Choosing pain over stillness. An incredible study that I'd like to talk about. How often do you quietly sit still with only yourself and your thoughts? If the answer is never, then you're part of the majority. For relaxation, instead of just sitting still with our thoughts, most of us would rather be mindlessly scrolling on the phone, reading a book, or playing a video game where 15 minutes would just fly by. In this era of never-ending and constant stimulation, people are finding it harder and harder to just sit still and do nothing. Yes, I mean do nothing. In fact, this study published in the Journal of Science found that the majority of the participants found sitting still for only 15 minutes to be a very unpleasant experience. In the second part of the study, subjects were introduced to sit still in a lab room and do nothing for just 15 minutes, but they were also given a button to press with the option of self-administering an unpleasant electrical shock to themselves. What's crazy is that 25% of the women and 67% of the men chose to give themselves a shock at some point during the 15 minutes, with an average of 4 needless self-administered shocks. This average doesn't even include the one outlier who administered 190 shocks to himself. The irony is that for some, experiencing physical pain is more comfortable than sitting still with their thoughts. Subconsciously, they use pain as a means of escaping themselves. People prefer doing to thinking, even if what they're doing is so unpleasant. Some people find it so uncomfortable to sit alone in their own thoughts for 15 minutes that they prefer to inflict pain onto themselves. Physical pain is sometimes the brain's attempt to bring us out of the calm and comfortable state, as it ironically finds the place of calmness and comfort as unfamiliar. The brain prefers to go back to the default mode of discomfort and pain in order to feel quote-unquote comfortable again. What does this have to do with people in pain? Could chronic pain sometimes be a default mode for those who would rather experience physical pain than to be alone with themselves? The brain always wants to move towards a place of safety. However, sometimes it associates the place of calmness as unfamiliar and therefore unsafe, but the place of pain as familiar and a safe place to be. If you find this topic fascinating and would like to learn more about the clinical implications of this concept, then I urge you to complete the online Pain Truth certification course, which is available on Embodia Academy and on aptide.ca and on the paintruth.org. I'm Baram Jam, and I sincerely thank you for being here and listening to me.